we've seen a lot of growing resistance against groups like BLM and Antifa in the recent months. People are starting to get fed up with BLM and their constant antics. They stormed a restaurant and attacked patrons yelling, "Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!" as they smashed windows and threatened the customers. Is it really any wonder that people are starting to get fed up? Here on the Gateway Pundit, breaking: BLM storms the stage at the #walkaway rally in Dallas, punches a security guard, gets smashed to the ground. Police arrest the security guard instead. Now, we're going to talk about this story. I'm going to tell you a few other stories of Antifa and BLM getting owned. And trust me, ooh, it is glorious to watch. And I'm going to show you all of the footage involved. But before we do, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the bell button for notifications for more content. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a share. And now for a quick word from our sponsor. Introducing Double Tap. Are you in the market for high-quality, premium headphones? Consider Double Tap. These headphones were created to never ever break. You know how when you have a regular headphones and you're trying to listen to music, that one of the sides stops working? These headphones do not. They will always work. Why? Because they're created from heavy-duty cording, and the headphones themselves are created to be virtually indestructible, made from once-fired brass. You can get the R1 headphones, which come as is in several different styles, or you can get the modular headphones, which feature interchangeable parts here. It does come with Bluetooth technology if you're interested in that. Just click the link down below in the description. Okay, so the narrative is this. The narrative is that the security guard was targeting and targeted this poor, innocent, mostly peaceful BLM protester, but that's not what happened. Here you can see on the Gateway Pundit, Brandon Stronka and his #walkaway movement held a rally in Dallas, Texas today. During the rally, the local Black Lives Matter mob stormed the stage. The young BLM Democrat then put his fist in the security guard's face when he was forcibly removed from the stage area. The entire event was caught on video. Now, here's what's upsetting. The security agent took care of the guy from Black Lives Matter, and he's the one who ended up getting arrested. But this is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. So let's take a look at the footage.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So you can see the BLM protester gets absolutely slammed to the ground, and he holds them there until police arrive. Now the upsetting part is the security guard got arrested. But if you look at the footage, you can clearly see the BLM agitator trying to punch him in the neck. And that's when the security guard says, "I've had enough, you're not going to choke me out," and pushes him to the ground. Now here we can see Brandon Stronka, the #walkaway campaign founder, saying, "Followers, I need your help. BLM agitator infiltrated the stage area of today's rally, then put his fist into security's neck when being removed. At Dallas PD arrested the security agent. He's been held for over 4 hours. Dallas PD is not releasing the security agent. Retweet and demand his release." Yeah, so we live in a world where groups like BLM are burning down cities, looting, rioting, and causing problems for literally everyone. And yet you're going to arrest the private security? He was just doing his job, getting rid of a BLM rioting agitator. Because that's what they are, they're violent. Now, if you want to see some footage of what happened before this went down, we have the following extended cut. It's kind of like a movie, isn't it?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And I promise you, I'm going to knock your ass out. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your fucking hands on me, bro.
So security removes him after he starts making threats of violence. So yeah, he was clearly there to agitate the situation. He was the aggressor. He made a threat of violence, and then he put his fist into the neck of the security guard. The security guard responded by taking him out, and yet the security guard is the one who got arrested. See, this is the world we're living in. You can see people in the tweets demanding that Dallas PD release this man. Release him now. No Left Turn says patriots in Dallas need to go see at Palace PD. Stop this stuff in Texas right now. I guess so. So, in another place, for example, I want to show you something a little bit more uplifting than this story. In this footage, it's going viral. The Washington State Patrol rips a Black Lives Matter militant out of a vehicle for illegally blocking traffic on the highway, and it's amazing. Like, it's great. You see, these BLM protesters and rioters, they think that they can just block the road. You know, never mind that people have to get to work, they have to do their jobs, they have to make a living. And you know darn well that these left-wing activists don't have jobs. That's how they can afford to riot all day in the street. I'm going to show you the following footage, because this Black Lives Matter guy gets owned by the State Patrol. Cringe. Can you imagine if that drummer, instead of beating that drum, used all of his energy to apply for a job at McDonald's? How many burgers would he make? How many stomachs would he feed? How useful would he be to society? Far more than now. I think it says a lot about your movement when all you can do is harass normal, everyday people. So this happened in Seattle, and as you can see, they block the roads with their cars. They're being a public menace. If I was there, I would not tolerate this garbage, and, well, the State Patrol did not. We're going to see what happens right before the epic takedown.
All of you passengers are able to get out and leave.
No, 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 no.
Okay, driver,
you can arrest me. You can arrest me.
I just told you what you're under arrest for. Please step out of the vehicle. Unbuckle and step out. Step out.
Where traffic was I obstructing?
Take your seatbelt off, please.
No.
Step out.
No.
So you can see that the passengers are belligerent. These are members of the BLM. I want to call them rioters because mostly that's what they do. They mostly riot. You know, they try to claim that the protests are mostly peaceful, but really they're mostly rioting. So right now they're obstructing traffic, which mind you is a safety hazard. They're not supposed to be blocking the road. They could cause an accident. They are agitators. They're the bad guys. And look at their entitledness. No, I'm not going to get out of the car because I'm a big man and you can't tell me what to do. Sadly, that's not how life works.
Stop! Stop! Don't touch it! Stop! 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 You don't touch!
Okay, that was epic.
No, 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 no. Oh my! No, no.
Stop!
Do not sit your butt. Do not fucking touch me. Do not fucking get near me at all. Look what you just did.
And you see, these are two entitled women. One's an African-American woman, one's a white woman. They're trying to obstruct an arrest. I hope they both get charged. You see, a lot of these people of BLM, they're children, mentally and emotionally. Rarely physically, although who can be sure. And they honestly believe that police aren't allowed to touch them. They think they're beyond the rules. They think the rules don't apply to them. You know, I recently watched one of Aiden Paladin's videos about the psychology of victimhood, and I found it very enlightening. Essentially, people who believe that they are victims become entitled. Doesn't this explain so much about BLM? We demand free stuff. We demand your money. We demand the good jobs because we are victims. We deserve reparations and more. Just like that African-American male who was a part of the BLM protest who said, we deserve reparations and even more, because reparations is not enough. Not enough? First of all, you don't deserve anything at all. Second of all, you're a victim of your own choosing. But who's the real victim here? The people who've got to get to work. You bums.
You're a fucking bitch. You're a fucking... You are...
And then you see that, oh man, I can't even show you what happens next. The African-American woman calls the black African-American cop a house N-word. The black BLM supporter is throwing racial slurs against an African-American black police officer. I told you that BLM wasn't about black lives. What about that policeman's, that state trooper's black life, huh? What about his life? Does his life matter? Hashtag all lives matter. I think you're starting to get it. Black Lives Matter is not about Black lives. Meanwhile, all of these left-wingers say that all lives matter is bad, but all lives includes Black ones. So I don't agree with her. This state trooper is an American patriot. His life matters.
Stand back.
Off of me!
Stand back.
Get anything fucking heavy.
He's going to be arrested.
I can actually be. We
No,
have
you
my
can't.
rights.
So stand back. You're legally on the freeway. Did you know that? Do you know that?
I have the right to
No,
take
you
a
don't.
protest. Yes, I actually
No,
do.
you don't.
Seattle missed the code.
No.
12A.
This isn't Seattle.
Yes, it is, actually.
No, this
yes,
isn't.
It is.
You'll learn.
Oh, that was great. He says, this isn't Seattle. We don't mess with this shit here. You are an agitator. You are illegally on the highway. And then this entitled woman goes on to be like, I belong. You can't do anything to me. I'm a member of the press.
That
This is the freeway. Different rules, different regulations.
Sir, I'm
Read.
a member of the press. I'm a member of the press.
Nobody gives a shit.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And, you know, this is why I hate journalists. They're so entitled. The only things that these woke movements are accomplishing is making everyone dislike them and not care about their cause. It's having the opposite effect. Imagine having to live with these people. So in the end, 9 marchers were arrested after shutting down the I-5. Good. They should arrest more. I want to see more people get permanent marks on their record so that they're unemployable in the future. After all, as an aspiring business owner, I wouldn't want to hire a single one of these activists. They would destroy my business. I mean, imagine the money I would lose when these woke left-wingers were going to tell all of my conservative customers that they shouldn't buy our products or that they're bad because they're conservatives. Ooh, I can't imagine why anybody would want to hire these people. And I got one more story for you guys. I promise it's going to be juicy. Here we are on the Gateway Pundit. Antifa militant cries like a baby during another night of violent riots in Portland. She cries like a little baby. A Portland Antifa militant cried like a baby as law enforcement arrested her Friday night. According to Andy No, the woman seen crying is 19-year-old Oliva Jane Van Norman. Can you imagine being born Norman? This woman didn't have a chance in life. She jumped out of an ambulance after being arrested at the violent Portland Antifa riot last night. So, this girl's in big trouble because after the ambulance took her away because she did have an injury and she was bleeding a bit, she jumped out and ran away. Incredible. So, who is this lady? Who are the people who riot? Turns out they're some of the most spoiled, entitled brats in the world. Oliva Jane Van Norman has residences in both Portland and Redondo Beach, California. She's rich. She's a rich, spoiled little brat. And of course, that's your average protester. A spoiled, rich little brat. She's a student at an expensive private Reed college, according to Andy No. Of course. Of course, she's literally a rich, spoiled little girl. I'm not surprised. Oh, she's in big trouble. She's destroyed her entire life. Her entire life. All because she wanted to riot in the street. Beautiful justice, my friend. I'm gonna leave off with this obvious comment. Savatage, always deplorable, says, jumped out after being arrested? You can now add evading, resisting to her charges. Yep. Goodbye. You're gonna go away for a very long time. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? As always, if you want to support the content, you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. You can also donate. You can visit my donor box page. You can send me some crypto. Links and addresses are down below in the description. And of course, check out my sponsor, Double Tap Audio. Like I was saying earlier, the headphones there are really durable. They're made to be the only pair of headphones that you'll ever need. You'll never need another one. They're designed not to break. I've spoken to the creator of these headphones personally, and he said that he created these after he got fed up with his headphones constantly breaking. And this is something I've had to deal with. Every time I get a pair of headphones I like, it always seems like one of the sides of the headphones stops working. These headphones don't have that problem. If you're interested, check out the link down below in the description. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.